So, there I was, standing at the coffee shop counter. The barista asked me a simple question. What can I get started for you today? And I just froze. My mind went completely blank. I knew the words in English, but nothing came out.
Let me guess. You stood there for what felt like forever, then finally mumbled something and walked away feeling embarrassed.
Exactly. How did you know?
Because that's the story I hear from English learners every single day. But here's what most people don't understand about confidence. Confidence isn't about having perfect English. It's about energy and mindset.
Welcome to Podcast Academy, everyone. I'm Joel.
And I'm Monica, your communication coach.
Today, we're talking about something that keeps so many English learners awake at night: how to talk to anyone with confidence.
Whether you're meeting someone at work, at a party, or just trying to order that coffee without your brain shutting down, we're going to give you real techniques that actually work.
So if you've ever felt your heart racing before speaking English to a stranger, this episode is for you.
Joel, before we dive into solutions, let's talk about why this happens. Why do so many English learners feel nervous when talking to people?
Well, for me, it's definitely the fear of making mistakes. I'm always thinking, what if I use the wrong word? What if they don't understand my accent?
That's the first problem right there. Most learners are waiting to be perfect before they feel confident, but confidence actually comes before fluency, not after.
Wait, that doesn't make sense to me. Shouldn't I master English first, then feel confident?
Think about it this way. Have you ever met someone who spoke broken English but was still fun to talk to?
Actually, yes. My friend Carlos from Mexico. His grammar isn't perfect, but he's so engaging. Everyone loves talking to him.
Exactly, because Carlos has confidence. He focuses on connecting with people, not on perfect sentences. Now let me share something I call the confidence formula.
I'm ready for this.
Confidence equals preparation plus repetition plus body language. Let's break this down. Preparation means having a few go-to phrases ready. Repetition means practicing these phrases until they feel natural. And body language means standing tall and making eye contact.
Can you give me some examples of preparation?
Absolutely. Let's start with my first technique. I call it the 3-question rule.
The 3-question rule?
Before any social situation, prepare 3 simple questions. Questions like, where are you from? What do you do? How do you know the host?
That seems almost too simple.
Simple is powerful, Joel. When you have these questions ready, you never run out of things to say. Your brain doesn't go blank because you have a backup plan.
Okay, what's the second technique?
Speak in short sentences. Many English learners try to create long, complex sentences. Then they get lost halfway through and panic.
I do this all the time.
Instead, use short, clear sentences. Instead of saying, I was wondering if perhaps you might be interested in discussing the project we talked about last week, just say, can we talk about that project?
That feels much more manageable.
Technique number 3, slow down. When we're nervous, we speak fast, but speaking slowly actually sounds more confident. It gives your brain time to choose the right words.
So I should speak slower than I think I need to?
Exactly. Think of confident English speakers you admire. They don't rush their words. They speak with purpose and pace.
What's technique 4?
Practice micro conversations. These are tiny conversations you have every day, with the cashier at the store, with your classmate before class starts, with your coworker in the elevator.
So instead of avoiding these moments, I should use them as practice.
Yes, each micro conversation builds your confidence muscle. Start small, build up to bigger conversations.
And the 5th technique?
This one is huge. Stop apologizing for your English.
Oh no, I do this constantly. I always start with, sorry, my English is bad, or excuse my accent.
When you apologize for your English, you're asking people to focus on your mistakes. Instead, just start the conversation. People will focus on what you're saying, not how you're saying it.
Monica, can we practice this? I want to try these techniques.
Great idea. Let's do some role play. Pretend you're at a work party and you don't know anyone.
Okay, here I go. Hello, I think we have not met before?
Stop right there. You started with uncertainty. Try again with confidence. Use a short sentence.
Hi, I'm Joel. I don't think we've met.
Much better. Now ask one of your prepared questions.
What department do you work in?
Perfect. See how much smoother that felt?
It really did. Having the question ready made all the difference.
Now, let's try a networking event scenario.
Hi, I'm Joel. This is my first time at this event.
Good. You're sharing something personal, which creates connection.
How do you know the organizer?
Excellent question. You're getting the hang of this. Joel, I want to share something that changed my perspective completely.
What's that?
People don't care about your grammar. They care about how you make them feel. When you're genuinely interested in them, when you listen actively, when you smile, that matters 1,000 times more than perfect pronunciation.
That's actually really comforting to hear.
I have a challenge for our listeners. It's a 7-day confidence challenge.
Tell us about it.
Day 1 and 2, practice introducing yourself in the mirror. Say your name, where you're from, what you do. Day 3 and 4, ask strangers simple questions. What time is it? Where's the bathroom? How's your day? Day 5 and 6, record yourself speaking for 1 minute about any topic. Listen back without judging yourself. Day 7, have one real conversation with someone new.
I love this because it builds up gradually.
Exactly. You're not jumping into the deep end on day 1.
Listeners, if you're going to take this challenge, comment confidence below. We want to see how many of you are ready to push through that fear.
And here's the truth about confidence that most people miss. It's not about never feeling nervous. I still feel nervous sometimes when I speak.
Really? You always seem so calm.
Confidence is feeling nervous and speaking anyway. It's accepting that nervousness is normal and moving forward despite it.
So the goal isn't to eliminate fear?
The goal is to not let fear stop you from connecting with people. Every conversation is a chance to learn something new. Every person you meet has a story worth hearing.
I want to ask our listeners something. What situation makes you most nervous when speaking English? Is it job interviews, dating, ordering food, meeting your partner's friends?
Yes, tell us in the comments. We read every single comment, and we might make a whole episode about your specific situation.
Monica, before we wrap up, what's the one thing you want people to remember from this episode?
Your English doesn't have to be perfect for you to be interesting. Start conversations with curiosity, not fear. Ask questions, listen to answers, and be genuinely interested in other people.
And remember, confidence is a skill you can practice. It's not something you're born with or without. Every conversation makes you a little bit stronger.
If this episode helped you, please hit that like button. It really helps other English learners find this content.
Share this with someone who needs to hear it. We all know someone who speaks good English but lacks confidence.
And subscribe to Podcast Academy for more practical English learning content. We post new episodes every week.
Don't forget about that 7-day confidence challenge. Start today, even if today is just practicing your introduction in the mirror.
Small steps lead to big changes. We believe in you, and we can't wait to hear about your progress.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep growing, and remember,
confidence comes before fluency. You've got this.
Thanks for listening to Podcast Academy. See you next week.